New swing student at People's Golf Club, and what I want to talk about today is with driver. So what I want to talk about is the correct hand position in order to hit the ball on the up or get the path going more to the right. So what I mean by handle position is the way the hands are positioned in relation to the club head, so forward or backwards. So anyway, if we get our hands forward in a position where our wrists are ahead of the golf club, then that can create a lot of problems. But if we do the opposite to that, if we do the complete polar opposite to that, where our hands are slightly positioned behind the club head, that can create a lot of problems as well. So the way our hands are positioned affects the impact of the club face. So open or closed. I'll go into more detail about that towards the end of the video. So anyway, people get it wrong sometimes, so they don't understand or they've never been taught properly the correct hand position when we're hitting the driver. So golfers get into a neutral, they get a good club face position. So what I sort of try to teach is when we're hitting the golf ball, our hands should be 6 to 8 inches behind the golf ball. So if I come into impact, my hands should be 6 to 8 inches behind the club head. What that will promote is it will promote a strike on the up, shallow angle attack, and more dynamic loft produced into impact. So to start off with, it'll feel like our hands are slightly behind the golf ball, but what we need to do is we need to try and feel the action. Anyway, what I'm trying to do is the way our hands are positioned affects the club face alignment. So let's say the club face was closed, but we're still going to hit the ball left to right. So if my hands are slightly behind the golf ball, then what that will do is it will close the club face. So if I just do that with the shaft, push my hands back, the club face points further to the left. So what we're going to do, a lot of golfers who close club face when they're slicing the ball. So if you're slicing the ball, club face soaks. So what they'll do is they'll try and close club face even more. And what that does is it makes the problem even worse. It's like adding fuel to the fire. It's going to produce a big, even bigger fire. So what we need to try and do is the only way that I'm going to try and get that club face back to square or try and get the ball back on the target is by swinging more left. So if my path is, let's say if my path is 4 degrees to the left and my club face is 4 degrees left, then because my path is level with the club face, the ball will go left. But as I'm coming, so what people don't understand is the more the club face is closed, the more the ball will start. What we're trying to do is trying to get you into a better habit of setting up your hands in the correct position in order to try and achieve more success. So if my hands are back, club face points left, we're more inclined to swing more to the left to try and get the club face and swing path in the correct direction. So the ball will even go further to the right. So if the ball goes further to the right, then the more we will swing to the left. So if we were to do the complete opposite to that, the hands forward. So the more I put my hands forward, the more that sets the club face more out to the right. So it's basically just pushing, say we were playing hockey, it's just basically pushing the handle of the hockey stick more to the right, the more the club face opens. So the more we position the hands forward, the more the club face is going to open. So if we try and get into a position where the club face is open, that's going to promote an in-to-out swing path, because that will help us start the ball to the right. But that might hit the ball even further to the left because we're having to swing more from in to out to try and get the ball back on target. So what we need to do is try and get into a position of hands slightly level with the golf ball. Club face should be in a square position. We want to hit the ball on the up, okay? So if we hit the ball on the up, that will be able to manufacture the correct shot. High trajectory but low spin. So the wind won't affect it that much compared to a normal strike. So get the hands more forward and the shaft in a better position. So if you're slicing the golf ball, your hands are slightly behind, club face closed. So you need to do the opposite, push your hands forward and try and get the club face to point to the right. So if the club face points right, it's going to encourage us to swing more into it, which will produce a strike on the up. So try and get the first part of the shot. So if we go on the club face, the first part of the shot is going to start to the right. So what you'll see, with the club face slightly open with our hands ahead, you won't see much loft on the golf club, okay? If we don't see much loft on the golf club, then the path has to be more right to try and get the ball up in the air, okay? So we want the low point to be 4 inches in front of the golf ball, okay? So we want to try and move our path more to the right and try and feel like that we're hitting more from the inside, okay? So hands forward, that opens the club face and that will encourage a rounded swing path. So the club face go more from in to out and travelling on that slightly wider arc as opposed to chopping across it where the club face is closed, okay? So what we need to do is try and feel that we don't see much loft on the golf club. So if we don't see a lot of loft on the golf club, then that'll feel like that we need to try and swing more in to out to try and get the ball up in the air. So the first hands are slightly behind the ball. So if my hands are behind the ball, I can see a lot of visible loft on the golf ball. So, or the club, a lot of visible loft on the golf club. So if I was to try and see a lot of loft on the golf club, I can swing right and maintain a loft on the golf club. So if I open the face up, try and get, so obviously back to that, where hands are slightly behind the golf ball, club face points left, and we're going to chop across that to try and stop the ball going to the right. So the more we hit the ball to the right, the more we try and swing left, which makes the problem even worse. It's the same if we were hooking it, we would swing more right, try and keep the club face more open, but it just affects the problem. So the more you open the club face, the more the club face has to close on the way down, and that's what people try and do to manipulate the club and to hit the ball correctly. So we need to maintain a loft on the golf club and swing, feel like we're swinging more to the right. Feel like the club bottoms out 4 inches after the golf ball. So a good job to work on is if we tee the ball up, obviously ball position should be inside left heel, but I want you to try and feel like we'll hit the ball position where the ball's positioned, but move the club head back 4 inches. So feel like the club starts to rise in the position that you address the ball in. So feel like my club hits the ground at the middle of my stance, but as the club starts to rise back up, I catch the ball up, okay? So tee the ball up, put the club face 4 inches behind the ball and try and hit that shot on it. So hands forward, so let's talk about hands forward. Feel like that my hands are in line with the golf ball and feel like that my path is going slightly further to the right to try and stop the club going out to the left, okay? So hands forward. So if the more the club face is closed, the more we're inclined to cut across the ball, which gets the path more to the left, and the ball will go slightly further right. So hands, the club face is open, so understand the hand position, or the position of the handle in relation to club head. So with a driver, if you are slicing the golf ball, try and get your hands more ahead. That opens club face, and from here that will initiate a strike or a path from the inside to out. Club face should be open, so get the first part right, starting the ball right. So if the club face is point left, the ball will start left. So the club face aim is dictated, or the initial direction is dictated by club face aim. If we can get this part working on the right path, then that's where you'll achieve more consistency throughout your game. So hands forward, open club face, swing more in to out, and try and feel like you're starting the ball right, but because you're swinging in to out, the curvature of right, or more curvature from right to left will be applied to the golf ball, and you'll be able to hit the ball more consistently. So if you've got any thoughts on that, let me know and comment below. And if you find my tips helpful, subscribe to my channel at JMan Golf or follow me on our social media platforms attached below. Thank you.